going on? So yeah, you might remember this car. We kind of briefly featured it in one of our vlogs probably about a year ago, the one where we were all up the mountains in the fog. It's kind of overwhelming because we had like 4 of the best 86s around and I was trying to get through each one of them at the same time, so I kind of rushed through the video. So I've dragged Shane out to make a video of his car and just go a little bit more in depth with it because it's great and I think it deserves a bit of attention. Last little bit of weather before it turns fucking shit. You go to events and stuff, but you're not really super active on social media either, so like the car doesn't really, you know, a lot of people, if they owned something like this, they'd be posting it every single day, but no, you kind of just built it for yourself and you keep to yourself.
Yeah, I kind of keep to myself.
Yeah, and I enjoy rooting people out like you then, because, you know, that's what I love about the Irish car scene is most of the people our age kind of were doing this stuff before social media or any sort of, you know, wanting fame or any notoriety. You literally just built it for yourself. Like, how long do you have it now?
I think I have it nearly 4 years now.
Yeah.
About 4 years, yeah.
And this was like a track car basically when it came in.
When it came in, yeah, it was kind of an off-white creamy colour.
Yeah.
And like stripped it down then and just kept tipping away at it.
Yeah.
So it's probably done. It's done about 3 years now. I think it's around 3 years done. So.
And like it was quite rough when you got it, was it? Like, no rust, but just
really tatty,
all
very,
over the place. Yeah.
But just a pure track car.
What was the inspiration? And you've always been into that style.
I've always been into that style.
Yeah.
It's just always for years.
Well, it's wild. Like this car is heavily inspired by, is it the young version?
A86,
yeah, the young version A86, which was built by the editor of Young Version magazine, I'm pretty sure, in collaboration with Run Free, Goodline and Bodyworks G1. Definitely one of the coolest cars to ever come out of Japan. I'll put a little clip of it here. In 86 club videos where it's tipping around the track. Great car to base your car off. I mean, we're obsessed with that style and like.
Yeah, I remember seeing that picture of that car like years ago, like, and I just loved it.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to do something like it. So when that one came up, then I just should we go with that.
Yeah.
I just loved it. I always loved it from years ago. So.
And this was supposed to be a quick job. You were saying, like, I mean,
this was never supposed to be like this. It was just I only bought it just to be a track car as well, nothing else, and just kind of. Turned out like this.
Yeah. When someone looks at this, they might think it's a bit of a show queen because you keep it polished and it's very fresh looking. But that was more the style back then as well, I think, is like people now, if they either have like a car that's mint and they don't do anything with it, or they'll have something that they like, oh, this is rough and I'll wreck it.
Leave it rough like
but
that,
back around the millennium, like people's pride and joy was just the car that they gave a hard life to,
that was it.
and they kept it kind of relatively clean and in good shape. The timeless look, probably a little spoiler, but my car will have a similar look because this is my favourite era, my favourite style. TRD wing, flared arches. Did you flared the back arches?
We put in a whole new arches into it.
Yeah.
The arches were rusty on it. It was the only ingredient that was rusty was the boot lid and back arches. Rest it was actually really, really clean rust-wise.
And they're out of a Mark III?
A front Mark II Escort front wing.
Wow, okay then.
Welded in, and then me and the brother, we flared them out then to that.
Deadly. Yeah, so you and your brother are kind of body shop technicians, or as we say in Ireland, panel beaters by trade. So
we done the whole car for ourselves. Like cars never went anywhere else. We've done it. Me and the brother done every bit of it.
Very, very minimal inside. So, did you have to chase down any of the interior further? That just.
No, that was. I had bits and pieces from because there's been so many twin cams at home.
Yeah.
There's bits and pieces that was at home and whatever came in it as well.
You painted the inside of it silver though, yeah?
The inside of it silver, yeah. It was like an off. It was never painted inside. Everything was stripped out, but it was never painted inside.
Yeah, the silver looks gorgeous, like. And you threw the cage in it?
We put the cage in it, Jack.
Yeah.
I only had a half cage.
Little Nardy's nice. Love the little stack gauges then in where the vents were. And what then? There's the fuse box then on the.
Yeah, that's the way it came in.
And the plate then blanking the vents and blanking the clock. Did you put in the radiator fan switches and all that stuff? Yeah. That looks like a Kiichi Tsuchiya fucking shift knob with a standard GT Apex seat. I love the door cards, like I was saying the last day. That's supposed to be a grey panel there, but it's all been done in black. It looks really, really cool. Is it reconditioned or is it like...
No, that was it.
Wow.
It's a bright seat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
One of the older ones.
Yeah, it's one of the older ones, yeah.
Deadly. You've got an old fire extinguisher kind of essentials really. And then the back then completely stripped out. It looks like there's, you know, like that it's a fucking minter, but I love the fact that it was bought to probably not even keep that long. You're saying?
No, I usually don't keep hanging too long, but no, I just...
How many twin cams have you had?
I've 8 because I have the other one at home as well, so
Yeah.
that's 8 now.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of my own brother.
And your brother's had
I think he's had 28 now.
28
There's
AE86s.
been a lot gone down through
What's
the years.
between the two of you then? That's nearly 48 6s.
Could be more actually,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he's floating around that anyway.
You were known for up this way. That's the
Yeah, years ago.
the 86 brothers
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
So you were doomed from the start.
Oh, doing from the start,
Because-
very start. Yeah.
When he was down a couple of weeks ago, like we were chatting about how he's just had him.
I had him years, yeah, a long, long time.
He used to own the T50.
He was the first owner in the T50 one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on these all quite a few now, yeah.
Did you go get that in? Was it over in Galway or over in Clare somewhere? It was just in a barn.
Just in a barn in outside Limerick, was it?
Yeah.
Near Clare, actually, yeah. Yeah, it was just in a big hay shed.
But I guess those kind of cars have definitely influenced this kind of stuff for us then,
definitely, yeah.
because Ireland has arguably one of the best AE86 scenes in the world, and I think it's because we got so many fucking
So many,
amazing cars.
yeah.
So that's a fiberglass boot lid, and you put the glass in it then to kind of keep the structural shape. Deadly. White lines on the back, and then now TRD wing. So yeah, Body Shop G1, Good Line, and Run Free are all from Kanagawa, and that's where this car is inspired from, the actual car that was built. They were all the shops that were all kind of close to each other in Japan. They're all friends. Yeah, the stickers they look great on it. What is it you say? It's the rainbow
Effect, yeah.
Rainbow effect, yeah. It looks fucking deadly on it.
No, the original car had white ones on it.
Yeah, I like that you did your own thing. You didn't just you didn't do an absolute replica. It's got running free on the top. Famous 86 team. I'm sure if you're watching this video and you're into 86s, you know who they are. Good Line then were like a paint shop as well, and they made this front bumper, which is arguably one of the most attractive front bumpers for an 86 ever. It's like a more aggressive version of a late spec front bumper and an early spec front lib, with the vents chopped in and stuff. But yeah, definitely a great look. No side skirts then, beefy wheels, just a great look. Did you paint these, or are these UK specs?
They actually came on that car, but I just painted them.
Okay.
They were orange.
Yeah, because the UK spec, yeah, you know yourself, they
Yeah,
come with the black. I think it's the early specs, I'm not sure.
early spec, yeah.
But it looks fucking deadly. I'm surprised more people don't do that. Did you put is there fogs in there?
Bugs in it, yeah, they weren't.
So did you get fogs before the prices went out of control, or?
Yeah. Usually I take out the grill anytime doing any track.
Yeah, it looks fucking good in there though. I like them with and without. Quite a common transplant in Ireland, because unfortunately a lot of Levin, front wheel drive Levins came here in our golden import era, and most of them are fucking dead now.
A lot of them are dead now. A lot.
But this came in with that engine in it, did it? So yeah,
Yeah.
11 was sacrificed somewhere else, so we don't have to deal with the pain. You probably, the last time you had this in, what colours? Was it just black, or was it just?
Yeah, never painted. Yeah, it was just black.
So it's super cool, inspired by like the old Signal Auto style cars back in the day. Shane saw it somewhere on YouTube and goes, wow, remember that colour? What did you do? You just bought a can of like that on...
Can off eBay.
And is that just one coat can that goes on like that?
I lacquered it then as well.
Yeah, okay.
And that's it. Yeah, just quick, just for crack.
It looks absolutely gorgeous. You said, yeah, you just painted the engine, or engine bay with the engine in.
Yeah.
It's done it at home. It looks really, really nice. I mean, again, on camera here, it looks like a show condition finish. The classic Japan, fuck the firewall. So obviously then, if you know about these, that's where the distributor runs, because the engine is mounted this way, front wheel drive. So in Japan, they'll either just cut a hole in the firewall and leave the distributor there, which is the most tried and tested setup, or you can put it on the front here or run a coil pack setup. So this is just running the original setup, and yeah, that's very Japanese. Got a little Cusco brake master stopper in there. There's a lot of flex in the firewall. I actually noticed that my one, pressing on the brake, man, the fucking firewall is like made of tin foil. It's a tidy engine bay, even though you said minimal effort has been applied in here.
Yeah.
But it looks great. Nice old manifold. Wonder what it is.
Not sure there was no stamp on it.
She's got the Jasmine stamp is all that. She must be a Jasmine manifold. I love that. Someone will get the joke. She's Jasmine, lad. I'm only looking for a Jasmine manifold. Nice reliable setup. It's just lifted straight out of a front wheel drive car and then put onto rear wheel drive brackets. You've a new addition of an oil cooler, which I see in there. And that's it. It's a very reliable,
simple.
tried and tested formula, which to a lot of people looks like a show-stopping 8.6, but for Shane, he just wanted to tidy up a car that he could go and have a bit of fun in.
Yeah. If I didn't, I'd be long gone, but
Yeah.
no, still...
He said this might be the longest you've ever kept one.
I think so, yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, no, but I plan on keeping this one. So.
Yeah, because they're getting harder to pick up now.
It's getting harder, yeah, but still put a smile on my face every time I look at it, so that's the main thing.
And you're doing normal stuff, and then like just go and get into shopping.
Just go shopping every now and again, yeah. Pull out on a Sunday, go down to friends' house or something like that, and that's it, yeah.
So, I hope you enjoyed this car. It's definitely one of my favourite 8.6s in the country. It's great to see this kind of style just hidden in places you wouldn't expect it. So, as always, Shane, cheers for showing us the car.
No matter, anytime.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be annoying you about something else in the future.
I hope so.
Right, goodbye. See you later.